We have absolute chaos in the NBA. Kyrie Irving opted in. We thought that him and KD were going to run it back in Brooklyn, but guess what KD did? He requested a trade. He requested a trade from the Brooklyn Nets. Jalen Rose, what is your initial reaction to this news?
My initial reaction is it takes courage to be happy, regardless of the relationship. It could be with a mate, it could be with a friend, it could be with a family member, it could be professional. And you know what else, Jacoby? It also takes an adult to admit when you're wrong. And KD looked at the situation from both sides and thought, not only am I going to break up with the Nets, I'm going to break up with Kyrie too.
Whoa.
I don't care what's being said publicly about their friendship. Look back at all of the footage you see me talking about this topic over the last year or so. I told you once Kyrie didn't get vaccinated, that's going to stain the relationships that KD had with a couple other people in the locker room, in particular James Harden. I did the belly reference all year, didn't I? That's your man. That's your man. Y'all got me to leave Houston to come play with y'all, and we only played 20 games together. And then James Harden basically quit on them and they trade him. And then now here's the third person KD's breaking up with. He like, wait a minute. We traded for Ben Simmons. He's hurt, get surgery, and didn't play a game. So he breaking up with the Nets, Kyrie, and Ben Simmons. He sees all three of those as situations that doesn't get him closer to his goal. So KD admits that he's wrong, and he has the courage to do what it takes in his life right now to be happy.
So he just signed an extension, right, in 2021, about a year ago today. However, they don't have to trade it. And when you look at the league, there's not a lot of dance partners that have a package that's worthy of Kevin Durant, who's one of the best players in the league. And we have our colleague, Adrian Wojnarowski. He tweeted that Kevin Durant is interested in playing for two teams, the Heat or the Suns. Now you look at this and you're like, wait a second, the Heat, maybe they could trade Bam Adebayo. No, they cannot, because you can't have Ben Simmons and Bam Adebayo on the same team because they're on their rookie extensions. The Suns can put together a package that maybe involves Ayton and Bridges and picks, but what does that even do for the Nets? So Jalen, sure, he wants to go to Phoenix or Miami, but is there a package out there? Like, where do you see him going? How does this even work? How do you put together a package that's worthy of Kevin Durant if you're on the Nets side of the table?
Well, I love what the Hawks are doing and DeJounte Murray, but that just set a precedent. Because if you're getting 3 first-round picks for him, imagine what it'll look like for Kevin Durant. That's one. But also, if you're the Hawks, man, you got to wait 24 to 48 hours to be a part of this sweepstakes. With that being said, if I'm the Nets, Jacoby, I'm not rushing. See, this is what happens in situations like this. You get the news, you gain the information, people want to act in a frenzy and feel like everybody want to pick up the phone and make a deal happen right now. Take a deep breath for a second and let me set the table for you. Sean Marks, Steve Nash, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving are all under contract. Mm-hmm. So is Ben Simmons, so is Joe Harris. They're all under contract. So there is a chance, if you're the Nets, why rush this?
Talk to me.
If you're trading Kevin Durant, I just worked the draft this year, right? And I'm gonna say this as a joke. Where would Kevin Durant have gone in the draft?
Number 0.
So how much is that worth, right? And so if I'm trading him, what team did you say? Miami? Don't even call me unless we talking about Jimmy or Bam when he's eligible. If Phoenix is on the phone, we ain't even discussing anything unless Devin Booker's name is mentioned.
Booker's also on a rookie extension. He also is ineligible to be traded to Brooklyn.
And so since that can't happen, that goes to your question. Is there a path for him to still be a Net? And if I'm with Brooklyn, I'm not rushing this in any way, shape, or form.
So I'm glad you brought that up. Because before he requested a trade, just 24 hours ago, I was looking at the Brooklyn Nets. Kyrie's opted in. You've got Seth Curry, Joe Harris. They've got Claxton back. They've got KD and Kyrie. That, to me, that's a top 3 team in the Eastern Conference. Maybe the top team in the Eastern Conference. Look at this team right here, Mr. Rose. Why wouldn't you want to play on this team if you are Kevin Durant? There's some real trauma that happened last season with the Nets that we must not be privy to, because that, to me, is a good team.
Jacoby, again, here's where you can't panic. You and I talked about this off wax, and then I just had to say it on NBA Countdown. I would not have traded James Harden. He was still under contract. I would have been like, I know you got a hand injury. I know you out of shape. I know Kyrie ain't vaccinated. I know all of these things. But I know all of y'all under contract, and I'm going to see all 3 of you guys play a healthy playoff series one time and check out the outcome. So now you can't double down like me at a blackjack table splitting 8s and having people mad at you and do the exact same thing again. Why rush it? KD got 4 years left on this deal. He just saw the Golden State Warriors win the championship without him. You don't think he motivated? You don't think he ready to get back out on the court? Kyrie's going to be in the final year of this deal. He wanted to get an extension. He didn't get it. He's going to be playing for a bigger deal. If he wants to get to LA, guess what he has to do next year? To ball. And so they're under contract. I let them run it back until somebody just gives me an offer that I can't refuse. Look at what OKC got for Paul George. Look at what the Spurs got for DeJounte Murray. You got to equal that deal before I even talk to you about Kevin Durant.
I would run it back if I am the Nets. However, there's another wrinkle to this as well. Right before Kevin Durant's trade request, Ben Simmons posted this on Instagram. It's him in the Nets facility,
I can't stand
in the
you.
Nets uniform.
I can't stand
It does feel like Kevin Durant saw the post from Ben Simmons and was like, "Wait, him? Like this is my teammate? I gotta go.
That's wrong, man. That's wrong. That's just mean. You can be mean if you're funny, like the great American philosopher David Jacoby taught me. But it was you guys each side of it.
Is to be a serious championship contender. They got Kyrie on a contract year. Like Kyrie's he's gonna audition. He's auditioning for his next deal. He's gonna have a great year this season. You've got Ben Simmons after surgery, healthy. It's a perfect fit. Harris, Curry. Like, why would KD do this? And what does he expect the result to be? Like, where there's no real package from Miami or from Phoenix that makes sense. So what does he expect to happen next?
Well, just think about something like, while you said a lot about a great roster, you did project one major thing, and that was the health of Ben Simmons. Like, I'm going to keep saying this until I get an answer. How did he pass his physical? Like, I've been traded 99 times, and trust me, they poke you, they prod you, you get on tables. I was flipping around like a fish, getting in and out of MRI machines, getting my knee hit, getting my head examined, all of that. If he never played a game for the Nets, it ended up needing surgery of any part of his body. I'm trying to figure, in particular, if it's his back, how did he pass a physical? If not to give too much information, I took a red eye, injured my back and had spasms for 48 hours and was spinning around and couldn't sleep. How did he pass a physical? So I can't project that he's going to be healthy, but I do agree with you. I'm hoping that he's healthy. And if he is healthy, again, if you the Nets, do not split 8s at the blackjack table like I would. Do not rush this. Do not panic. KD's under contract. Kyrie's under contract. Ben Simmons is under contract. You still have a chance to have a motivated team that wants to do something special.
Well, this is ESPN, and this is major NBA news, so of course, the Lakers are involved. Here's what our colleague Brian Windhorst had to say about the potential of KD and Kyrie ending up in LA.
But it has been floated to me by executives that I'm so much loath to say it.
I can't. Don't do
that
it.
if they were be kept together, that the Lakers would potentially have a package that you could trade for both of them.
Let's go!
go, Richard.
But we don't know. It's too fragile. It's too fragile because we just don't know where KD and Kyrie are if they're still interested in together. But it would take, after seeing what happened when they were together, almost no team with options would do it.
No.
What?
No. No. I love Wendy. I was just on Get Up with my guy this morning. Let me make sure I'm very clear about what I'm about to say. Let me be very clear about what I'm about to say. I gave y'all the 3 bullets. KD breaking up with the Nets, Kyrie, and Ben Simmons. Ain't no package deal for them going nowhere. That's what I believe. The second thing I want to say, did the Lakers get some assets that I missed?
No.
You know what
They
I'm
got
saying?
a bunch of clutch. They're basically the clutch team now. They signed a bunch of clutch guys yesterday.
And shout to my guy Rich Paul, turned into a G in the game. But however, if you talking to me about KD, LeBron's name gonna come up. As a matter of fact, I want some Bronny rights too. You know what I'm saying? If we talking about the Lakers, how am I gonna trade KD and or Kyrie and we ain't talking about Bron and or AD? There's no path there.
Westbrook and AD. Westbrook and AD. Couple pieces.
No. KD just tried to play with Kyrie and Harden. It didn't work. He wants, if he leaves the Nets, in my opinion, to not be a package deal with him. And if there is a package deal out there, it ain't in purple and gold.
Well, something tells me that KD and Kyrie, if they are going to play together next year, it's going to be for the Brooklyn Nets. And like you, Jalen Rose, if I'm the Brooklyn Nets, I'm not trading KD. I'm not doing that. I'm not trading KD. You know what I would have to get back to trade Kevin Durant, who is second to Giannis, probably the second best player on the planet right now. I'm standing pat, and I would love to see this roster perform in Brooklyn next year. We'll see what happens.